Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
And we got some more good news, full-time family. I guess that depends on what side you were on of the whole UFC 229 Brawl debacle. Dana White's coming out and saying Khabib Nurmagomedov will absolutely not be stripped of his title for his role in the UFC 229 Brawl, and I think that is absolutely fucking fair. Stripped of the title? What the fuck? Suspended? Maybe. Stripped? Why? You motherfuckers act like he went out there and just started fucking ragdolling a fan or something. That was Dylan Dennis. He should have got a reward for that. I'm just kidding. But no. Khabib might face a little suspension or something like that, but as far as timing is concerned, you usually don't get stripped unless you fucking are inactive for like a full year or longer. If Khabib got an 18-month suspension, which is completely unreasonable, yeah, you gotta fucking strip him. When he comes back, he can fight for the title. But he might get a fucking 3 to 6 month suspension. If he gets a 6-month suspension, come back in 6 months and fucking defend your belt. It's nothing. We're used to 6 months breaks from Khabib, right? Actually, in 6 months, it'll probably be fucking Ramadan, and we'll have to wait another 6 months. No, I don't know, but he'll be back regardless. 6 months, however long, I don't think that's enough time to strip him. The only reason you would strip him if it's because he fucking dove into the crowd, but it is what it is. There was a lot that went on. There was a lot the UFC tolerated before that got Khabib to that point. Khabib had to be humiliated publicly. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the UFC made him, but Conor McGregor will fucking humiliate you at a press conference. And you can say he crossed the line talking about Khabib's fucking father and everything else. The UFC knows Khabib don't fucking play. They know how their crew rolls. And they knew this was a possibility. That's why they beefed up the security. But with that being said, worst case scenario happened. But do you strip Khabib? I don't think so. I mean, he's already, his fucking $2 million, the biggest fight purchase of his life, to my knowledge, is still being held up by the Athletic Commission till they figure out how much fines and shit to take from it before they give him the rest of his money back. But shit, there's people that are acting like McGregor did no motherfucking wrong here. I think there's two sides to this. And even if we're talking about at the fight, yeah, McGregor clearly fucked up when he threw the dolly. And he might have even fucked up when he started talking about the religion and the politics and the family. I think that's just selling the fight a lot of the time. Now, you got to be careful who you say that shit to. You say some shit about Khabib's religion, he might react a little differently than if you just talk shit about some Christian's religion. You know what I'm saying? They roll a little harder over there for theirs. You know, like if you're McGregor and you're like, oh, you fucking believe in a flying spaghetti monster. I don't think no one's gonna fucking roll up on his crew, right? If he's just talking to some random, you know, they don't ride, Christians don't ride like that. I'm a Christian, I can say, we don't ride like that. I'm not gonna take this there. I don't go religious and shit like that. But either way, man, Conor could have crossed the line at the press conference. He called his fucking father, who's a very respected figure. He called him a fucking quivering coward. He talked about the Magomedov dude, brought Putin into, what the fuck? And so yeah, and oh, by the way, that wasn't even it. Conor's fucking crew was on the outside of the ring, calling him a fucking Muslim rat, waving him on. Fucking Muslim rat! Get the fuck over here, you ain't gonna do shit! Meanwhile, this motherfucker's got frosted tips looking like Dylan Dennis. If you think I won't eagle kick you the fuck across this cage, you got Khabib so fucked up. And it happened. But Khabib don't deserve stripped for that, man. And as far as the brawl inside the cage, where Conor got fucking clipped up by the Russian in the red shirt, bink, 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 blindsided. Motherfuckers are like, there's no honor in blindsiding. For one, you ain't never been in a motherfucking street fight. And for two, you didn't watch the full video. Conor was swinging at Conor busted a dude on the fence. That was where he first fucked up. People are saying, yeah, but the brawl was already started, so Conor was just defending himself. What the fuck? Sorry, man, because I know there's a lot of people that really want to defend McGregor and make him the victim even after they saw the video. They're like, I don't care that he punched the guy first. He was defending himself at that point. No, the fuck he wasn't. He socked the nigga in almost with a good left on top of the fence. If that guy would have got KO'd and went to sleep, he could have fell off that motherfucking fence asleep and really got hurt. He didn't even want no smoke. That's another topic for another day. But that was the brawl in the fence. That had nothing to do with Khabib. Conor socked that guy, and then two other guys found out about that, and they got on McGregor. So I don't think Khabib should be stripped. And even if he is out 6 months, interim title, right? Tony Ferguson, we all know he should get the next shot. Now, to have Tony Ferguson fight for another interim title would be a little bit of a mockery to Tony Ferguson. He never lost his interim title. He got stripped of it. So now he would have to fight for another interim title because Khabib's suspended. That would kind of be bullshit, but if it's a paycheck and Kukui's ready to fight, he might do it. Fuck it. Give me my interim belt back, bitches. But either way, we'll see what happens. Now that Nate Diaz needs an opponent for UFC 229, maybe Ferguson wants to step up and fight him on short notice. I don't know. Either way, the good news is Khabib's not going to be stripped of his title, and I think that. I don't think he should have been. Dana White says he absolutely keeps his title and he's going to get suspended, so maybe you give him a 4 to 6 month suspension. Listen, the NAC took the whole purse right now. They're talking about keeping his purse. I do not think that should happen. You should not be able to keep his whole purse. I think they should take $250,000 from him. Yeah, and that's still a lot of money, but he's making $2 million. So, but yeah, to keep $2 million from Khabib would be a motherfucking robbery, especially after all the slack that the commissions give Conor McGregor. Conor can push a fucking referee. He can throw a dolly and hurt innocent people. He can fucking scale the fence. He can do all this shit, and they've never taken Conor's fucking purse like that. I've never even seen that. To take somebody's $2 million purse would be a motherfucking robbery. So, yeah, I agree with Dana White also there. I don't think they should do that. He said, I don't think too many people who don't understand why he did it, but he shouldn't have done it. He's the world champion and just beat Conor in front of the entire world. Stand up and get the belt wrapped around you. You won. You won. The guy who's yelling at you means nothing. That guy means nothing. You know, and I might even sound like a Khabib defender in some of these videos, and that's not the case. It's just I'm also pointing out there's two sides of this story, right? Two wrongs don't make a right, but McGregor's not a victim and Khabib's not a fucking villain. Both of these motherfuckers were wrong. Now, Khabib, he was wrong as well, because that's not Khabib's fucking character, dog. Everything you just worked for is damn near for nothing. Talking about what about the kids and shit, and you know, when it comes to Conor McGregor, and he's always drinking whiskey and he's wild and not humble. When you scale that fence and jump into the cage like a fucking madman, yeah, you were pissed off, but you're supposed to have the resolve. You're the motherfucker that no one can get to you emotionally. Conor McGregor was talking about your fucking father and Putin and Magomedov and your religion at a press conference fucking right beside you. Calling you a Dagestani rat right in your fucking face. And that didn't make you jump across the shit at him because you had that resolve. So this frost tip fucking Dylan Dennis waves you on one time and you're ready to fucking throw everything. What? So Khabib shouldn't have did that. He's not innocent. Yeah, he's probably going to get a suspension and it's probably well deserved. He's lucky there wasn't a fucking kid sitting front row with their family. Or, you know, sometimes the fighters bring their kids to watch their fights. I'm not saying like toddlers, clearly. Don't matter, a fucking teenager. You're jumping into a crowd. You don't know who's under you when you land. You could have hit your target. You could have drop kicked Dylan Dennis in the chest and Dylan Dennis could have fucking stumbled into somebody's kid. So Khabib ain't no fucking, he ain't innocent here either. Don't get it twisted. That being said, man, we got more news to fucking come. The grind never stops. It is what it is, man. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And before we go, shout out to all the full-time MMA white belts that have hit the subscribe button. Make sure you also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to become a full-time MMA blue belt, purple belt, brown belt, or black belt, all you have to do is go to patreon.com/fulltimemma. I'm out.
Bye, Felicia.